Can you give us some examples of people who came to you and it kind of through it help people know how people connect with you, and also like what happened in the story, like what it does to work with an Argo agent or I guess agent is the term. What term would you call your team members?
We just call them Argo officers. It's because we were consular officers, so that's what we're used to hearing. So we provide strictly non-legal guidance to your beneficiaries and your clients before they go in for their visa interview. And we prepare them for their interview. We help understand their situation so that we can help them frame their situation in a way that makes sense to the visa officer. Because what we realized when we were when we were consular officers with the State Department is so many international citizens, foreign nationals, don't know how to frame their situation and have an effective short discussion with a visa officer to explain their situation and their intentions. And that could get them into big trouble because consular officers are really used to reading expressions. It's not just about the answers that they're given. They're usually observing and watching how you're acting and behaving, and they want everything to align, and they compare what is on paper about them in the petition prepared by you guys, by immigration attorneys, to the person who's standing in front of them, because consular officers know that USCIS officers, they're not having these face-to-face interviews. They're just reading a piece of paper, that you put together very carefully. But consular officers are the first people to actually see the people in person, and they want to make sure that person matches the paper. And so this is what we do. We help them frame their situations better. We do mock interviews with them until we're satisfied that when they go into their interview, they're going to be those people that get the 30-second approvals, no additional questions. We're very passionate about what we do. It's very fun to help visa applicants and make sure that they're ready for the interview, because we have seen some disastrous things happen at the visa interview when people don't know how to prepare, when they don't know how to be effective and authentic and truthful. And you need all of those things, and you need to be concise, and you need to know how exactly to talk to an American consular officer under pressure in just a few minutes' time.
It reminded me of a case that we sent your way, and when we started talking to the consular officer, I was in on it to see how everything works. And at first, it was a friend. We were just talking, laughing about, everything's going to happen. And then once the consular hat went off, the emotions went away, and it became so professional and somewhat harsh. So there were like some pointed questions that were like out of left field. And like when the applicants or beneficiary didn't respond, they asked again, kind of a semi-harsh way to kind of recreate the environment. It was like interesting. It was kind of funny to see that switch to having like a regular thing to just being a serious, but that was good. So the person sees, there's a potential. I might have someone who's very adversarial potential come at you. You want to prepare for everything that's possible.